new housing for veterans, and part one of our look back at 2018. This and more up next on this week's edition of Lexington Now. I'm Neil Noah, and this is Lexington Now for the week of December 24th, 2018. The VA has taken steps to end veteran homelessness in Lexington. We were there for the announcement.
We were very fortunate to be selected. The objective was to take 4 vacant historic buildings along with acreage on this beautiful campus and to create affordable housing for veterans and their families. The beauty of this concept of the VAs is that veterans who will live here will have complete access to the supportive services offered by the VA. In exchange for a 75-year lease, we at AU are responsible for the financing, design, architecture, development, operations, and maintenance of this project.
Yes, today is a wonderful event, long in coming. But for the efforts of so many to take care of our veterans when they know they think they've lost all hope and there's really nobody out there that cares. This city has been truly behind the veterans. And Mayor Gray, I want to thank you personally for everything you've done with the new commission that you have started for veterans, and also all the elected officials here today that have supported the veterans across the board. Veteran homeless is an issue across the nation, as we all know. In our state, we have roughly 1,000. Here in Lexington, as Emma indicated, that we've gone down almost half of what we had before. Still, one is too many. And to provide an opportunity in this environment, in this location, is really unbelievable. For them, the word will spread, and they know that they can come here for support, for care, for love, and they have everything here. They have the medical center, they have a place to live, they have a fresh start. And this second chance is few and far between in a lot of places across the nation. The homeless will travel as the weather pushes them. So we will have a lot of transit people come here and there, but the bottom line is we want to be able to take all of them out of that homeless environment and give them purpose again, give them value, and help them for their future.
We're here to celebrate Victory Point Apartments and Townhomes, a very innovative project which will help meet our collective goal of ending veteran homelessness. This is going to be a perennial battle. As we know, many of our veterans struggle in homelessness, but we are making a big step forward in the fight against veteran homelessness right here in our area with the Victory Point project. According to the 2008 Annual Homeless Assessment Report to Congress, which describes the overall scope of homelessness in America and among several subpopulations, including veterans, there's an estimated 369 homeless veterans in Kentucky. But as General Adams pointed out, that is an underestimate. That is a low estimate. It is more like 1,000. And being homeless doesn't always mean sleeping on concrete. Homelessness can also be defined as not having a safe and reliable home to live in. These apartments and townhomes will give deserving veterans convenient access to medical care right next door and a safe and supportive living environment. The Lexington VA Medical Center master plan will renovate 26 apartments and construct 24 townhome apartments totaling approximately 38,333 square feet here at the Franklin R. Sousley campus.
And the additional new units will make this historic campus a welcoming place to so many of our deserving veterans. Those who have served their country, our country, deserve a good, clean, safe place to call home. The city's been a proud partner with you on this important project, along with so many other federal and state agencies. I want to give a shout out to Planning, Preservation, and Development Commissioner Derek Paulson, and his team and his planning team who have participated in this project. And I want to also recognize and give a shout out to our Affordable Housing Fund. It exists for projects just like this one, this time with $431,000 in loans and investments and $900,000 in home funding. Rick McQuady, hold your hand up. Charlie Lander, hold your hand up. You all have done great work in all that you do. Your commitment is making a real difference in so many lives here in Lexington. And of course, we are grateful. Thanks, General. And of course, we are so grateful, Director and General, to the Veterans Administration's partnership and the other agencies that contributed.
1, 2, 3.
2018 was a year filled with big announcements and even bigger projects. We begin with a look back at the announcement honoring our veterans in March.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us this morning. I want to welcome our council members first. Of course, Councilmember James Brown. We'll hear more from James Brown in just a minute. And Richard Maloney and Amanda Mays Bledsoe are here. We also have several members of the city's new Commission on Veterans Affairs. And Councilmember James Brown will be sharing some information about that in just a few minutes. Today we are here at the Lexington Veterans Center to make some exciting announcements.
I would like to thank the mayor and all his entourage that are here today in support of our veterans. I'd like to also tell you a little about the program. Lexington Vet Center, what it does is supports combat veterans coming back from combat, and it helps those folks reassimilate into society to be a great part of society and a great part of their community. We also work with those folks that are reeling from military sexual trauma. We work with those folks that are coming back with a lot of challenges. So a lot of these programs that we're talking about right now, this program specifically, Mayor, has to do with taking these folks that have given so much for their country and continue to give for their country and bringing them back and getting them assimilated back into life so they can be a functional part of society. And what we glean from that is we're having so much success. We're covering 82 of your counties in Kentucky right now. We got 25 sites in the communities in these different counties, and we're out there right now. We have over 500 veterans that we're working with currently. So, and this right here at Lexington is the hub, and we're really excited about the fact of this new initiative, and we appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. Today we're excited to announce that Lexington has been designated a Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame city. That was an applause line, folks. Kentucky, once again, a Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame city. Now, this designation comes with some obligations and expectations, of course, some responsibilities. And we intend to live up to every one of them. Things like always supporting and showing gratitude to our military veterans and to assisting their families. One of the ways we're doing this is with Lexington's newly created Commission on Veterans Affairs. The Commission was created last October. Its members advise and recommend programs and policies to the City Council on programs designed to benefit the city's veterans and their families.
It was around this time last year that we started meeting with a group of veterans, a lot that are in this room with us today. And what we talked about, we inventoried what the city was currently doing to celebrate and honor our veterans, and then we talked about what more we could do as a city to what we could do to do more for our veterans. And kind of the logical next step after we worked with that group to reintroduce the parade, and then we had made contact with the Kentucky Veteran Hall of Fame nonprofit that had decided to bring their 3-day celebration to Lexington, was to start a commission to continue to strengthen that relationship between the city and our veterans. So that's one of the reasons that we're here today, is to announce and try to encourage others to sign up and be a part of this Veteran Commission.
To be inducted into the hall we're looking for people who have served in the military with distinction and have had DD 214. They have an honorable discharge from the military. And they have gone on after their military experience to do some incredible things to serve their community, their state, their nation. And those are the people who are being inducted into the hall. We have about 100 people currently in the halls. Reverend Thurman is one of those inductees. And we will induct about 25 more this fall. So today we present this sign designating that Lexington is a Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame city. And we would like to present back to you a proclamation that is not very long. So if you'll indulge me, I'll read this. It begins with the motto, honoring veterans who continue to serve above and beyond. The Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame. Whereas, by order of proclamation from Lexington Fayette Urban County Council Mayor Jim Gray and Council Member James Brown, whereas proclaiming to honor and support veterans, and whereas proclaiming to submit at least one Kentucky veteran by nomination to Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame each year for possible induction into the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame by ceremony. As founder and executive director of the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame, I present to Lexington, Kentucky, and Fayette County this road sign proclaiming Lexington, Kentucky, a Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame city, and that this sign be placed in a very public place within the county for all to see, signed by H.B. Deathridge, founder and executive director of the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame. Thank you very much for partnering with us.
When we come back, we'll continue our look back at 2018.
Happy holidays from our family to yours.
Merry Christmas, Lexington!
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year! Happy holidays!
Merry Christmas from Parks and Recreation! Happy New Year, Lexington! Happy holidays, Lexington!
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from Lex TV!
Merry Christmas!
Happy New Year.
From all of us at Lex Park, happy holidays.
From everyone at Parks and Recreation, have a very happy holiday season.
Happy Festivus for the rest of us.
Happy holidays from the Lexington Fire Department.
Happy holidays from Sister City.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Lexington.
Hey Chris, you in here?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Did you figure out what the technical problem was?
Oh yeah, I just had to fix the flux capacitor.
Oh, cool. So you ready for the greeting?
I'm ready for greeting. What do you want me to say?
This year, you just need to say, from everybody at Lex TV, have a very Merry Christmas.
Gotcha. From Lex TV, everyone have a very
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stay.
Welcome back to Lexington Now. In February, Mayor Gray appointed a new police chief.
This is a man with universal respect. Everyone respects and admires Lawrence Weathers. He is a 27-year veteran of our police force and a former assistant chief. He worked his way up in the division through a lot of assignments, giving him a broad range of experience. This is an important day for all of us. Public safety is our top priority in the city, for our citizens, for all of us. Like many of you here today in elected and appointed roles, we all take public safety with the highest level of respect for tradition and commitment. Lawrence Weathers is a strong believer in community-oriented policing and in developing partnerships throughout the community. I believe those are important keys to improving public safety. Lawrence was born and raised in Lexington. He and his 9 brothers and sisters were raised on the East End and on the North End. He loves this city. All you have to do is talk to him for about 30 seconds and you discover that. And you know, that love is a great attribute for a police chief. He wants to give back to our city by sharing his knowledge and experience. And as he says, also to show a person can succeed. That's so important to our young people today. Lawrence is committed to investing in our young people. He has served on the board of Partners for Youth for 5 years now. Since 2016, he's worked in our schools where he has directed security, and that is just such a valuable experience. Of course, we need to be able to support our schools seamlessly when there's a problem, and Lawrence is well prepared to do just that. Lawrence's #1 focus will be making Lexington safer for all citizens by addressing problems before they become problems and working to continuously improve Lexington's quality of life. We will swear in Lawrence at a later date because he needs to work out his notice, Mr. Superintendent, at the Fayette County Schools. So we're very respectful of that. His official start date will be March the 5th. But that doesn't stop us today from saying, welcome back home, Lawrence Weathers. And now it is my honor, my privilege, to introduce Lawrence Weathers, our new Chief of Police.
Thank you, Mayor Gray and the City Council, the FOP, my family, my friends, and everyone here today. I'm very honored and humbled by all the support I've been shown. God is good. I'm blessed with a wonderful, beautiful wife, Melinda, and my wonderful children, Jordan, Ben, and Emery. Thank God for my beautiful mother, Betty. Thank God for my sisters, my brothers, and my entire family. They have always been there for me. I've had the unique opportunity to be part of 2 wonderful police families, the Lexington Police Department and the Fayette County Public Schools Department of Law Enforcement. Being a part of these 2 families has allowed me to develop friendships and partnerships within the departments and in the community. Many of the friends, partners, and neighbors who have advised me, guided me, and mentored me are here today. Thank you for being here with me. The relationships I have developed as a police officer have taught me that the greatest accomplishments can be achieved if we work together. As your chief, please know that I am dedicated to continuing to build a police department that focuses on issues concerning not only the community, but also our officers. I will openly address public safety concerns and strive to promote justice, fairness, integrity, and respect, both internally and externally. I am from Lexington. I was born and raised here. I'm a Windburn Warrior, a Bryan Station Defender, and a UK Wildcat. But most of all, I'm a citizen of Lexington. The Lexington Police Department is one of the finest in the country. The people who serve in the department are among the finest I've ever known. I always tell people the Lexington Police Department raised me. And for 27 years, it was my home. Well, I'm glad to be back home. Thank you.
Wrapping up part one of our look back at 2018 is the celebration of 50 years of the Urban League in Lexington.
Morning, everyone. Morning. I want to first thank you all for coming out to help us celebrate this very, very special day. 50 years ago today, the National Urban League Board in session in Indianapolis voted and certified us as the 90th Urban League to join the movement. It says Certificate of Affiliation, Lexington Fayette County Urban League with the National Urban League as a community service agency designed to secure equal opportunity for Negro and other disadvantaged citizens. May 17, 1968. The backstory to what brought us to that date is really important. Let's talk a little bit about that. Starting at about 1963, this community started making it known that it was desirous of having Urban League affiliate. A letter was sent to the National Urban League making that known. National Urban League and this community started working together to make it happen. Over a 5-year period, a group of concerned citizens led by people like Harry Sykes, President Oswald of University of Kentucky, Fred Watts of the Herald Leader. I don't know if it was the Herald Leader then, but I think it was. And other concerned citizens said, we're going to make it happen. They very meticulously and very diligently worked over that 5-year period, doing everything that was necessary and required by National to establish an affiliate, dotting every I, crossing every T, and raising $25,000, which was a requirement by the National Urban League to open. In fact, they raised $25,700 to get this affiliate open. The affiliate opened in October of 1968.
I want to say thank you to PG for the guidance, the stability and support in times of adversity and difficulty and challenge and turbulence in our city. That's what he has been, and that's what the Urban League has represented for so long. And so I just ask you to join me by putting your hands together to thank the Urban League and CB and PG. I said CB. I'm so accustomed to putting you two together. Thank you. You know I wanted to say that too. I'm going to do now what mayors often do, and that is to present a proclamation. And this is one. Thank you, Councilmember James Brown. Thank you, sir. And this is one that sometimes I don't get to write every word of these, I confess. But on this one, I had a pen in a lot of it. And and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whereases. Sometimes I don't read all the whereases, Thomas, but today I'm going to read every single one of them, if y'all don't mind. It says, Urban League of Lexington, Fayette County Day. And it reads, whereas the Urban League of Lexington, Fayette County was founded in 1968 to assist African Americans and disadvantaged citizens in the achievement of social and economic equality. And whereas the Urban League offers programs in job training, education, computer skills, community development, affordable housing, and advocacy. And whereas since the early 1980s, the Urban League has built or renovated over 260 houses and apartments for families, seniors, and individuals that are together valued, as CB said, at worth $26.3 million. And whereas the Urban League's youth and educational services goal is to develop fully prepared, engaged, and empowered young people with the cognitive and social skills needed to compete and succeed in the 21st century. And whereas Porter G. Peoples Sr., a native Kentuckian, has served faithfully as executive director of the Urban League of Lexington, Fayette County since 1972 and has demonstrated extraordinary dedication to the betterment of the full city of Lexington and its citizens. Now therefore I, Jim Graves, Mayor of Lexington, do hereby declare May 17, 2018 as Urban League of Lexington, Fayette County Day in Lexington. Thank you. Thank you very much.
When I hear 50 years, there's a few things that come to mind. One of them is stability, another one strong leadership, and another one's flexibility. Because our community has changed in the last 50 years. And I think what PG, Mr. Norman, Anissa have provided for this organization is the flexibility to change as our needs change. In just a few days, the city, Vice Mayor Kay is going to announce a new task force that's looking and focused on gentrification in neighborhoods in transition. And I'm looking forward to digging in and doing this work, but I'm really looking forward to working with the Urban League because they have been in these communities, in these neighborhoods that we're talking about for 50 years. Doing the work, being in the trenches, and being a voice for the underrepresented. So I'm excited about that, looking forward to it. And if I had a drink or a bottle of water, I would I would lift it up and say, this is the 50 years, the past 50 years, and this is to another 50 years. Thank you.
There's no meeting coverage over the holiday break, but when there is, you can catch it live on channel 185 and on our live stream. And you can find any televised meeting archived at lexingtonky.gov/LexTV or find our other programming here or on YouTube channel Lex TV. That's all for this week. You can keep up with us on social media and check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at LexRex or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. And a note about holiday waste collection. There will be no pickup on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. The makeup date is December 26th for both. And there is also no pickup on New Year's Day. The makeup day for that is January 2nd. For the staff and producers at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.